So good morning, everybody. Well, this is us. We're about to start getting ready for our trip to Scandinavia. We're going on Monday morning. It's now Wednesday. We just got the camper van back from the garage, and we've been collecting stuff to put in him. And this is the stuff that's going to go in poor Henry. And there is an awful lot of it. We don't know if we're going to fit it all in or not, but we do hope so, because this is kind of what we said we really need. And so now is going to be the time when we're going to find out if it will all fit or not.
Call it off, let it go, all for nothing. I should have known. I've made mistakes, crashed and burned, so many chances, no time to learn. I need to find another way to make things right.
So, planning for Scandinavia, we haven't booked very much, have we? I think it's fair to say.
We haven't booked much at all.
So we've booked our campsite for the night before the tunnel. So we've booked into Black Horse Farm, which is a caravan and motorhome club site, the night before the tunnel.
Yep.
And we then did have a tunnel booked for 5:20 in the morning. But then I had an email that basically said, we're not running the 5:20 one, so you have to go on the 6:20 one, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. So we're getting the tunnel at 6:20 and we get there about 5 to 7 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then we're
Or
driving...
5 to 8, I think it is. French
we're
time,
driving
actually.
hell for leather.
Yeah.
Bizarrely enough. So we're going away for 85 days in total. Because of the Schengen rules, you're only allowed to have 90 days away in Europe out of every 180. So we're going away for 85 days because we've got other plans coming up in September time. And so we're driving hell for leather, even though we're away for 85 days, and catching a ferry.
From Denmark to Norway on the Wednesday afternoon. So we're catching the tunnel on the Tuesday morning.
Yep.
And on the Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, we're catching the ferry from Denmark to Norway. So that is a bit of a hell of a journey, isn't it, really?
So the plan is to stay in north of Germany for one night on the Tuesday night.
And we've kind of got a place that we've marked out. I think it's only €5 or something, isn't it, to stay?
Yeah,
it's only a field, basically, but they don't like you camping by the side of the road in Germany, which is fair enough.
No. And then, as Jill says, we're then going to go from there to catch the ferry.
From Hirtshals, I think it is, isn't it?
Catch the ferry. Ferry's about...
3 hours?
Don't know, can't remember.
2 hours, 45 minutes, something like that.
And then we're looking somewhere to stay overnight.
Which, again, we kind of know roughly where we're going to stay,
We
don't
do,
we?
we do.
About half an hour from the ferry terminal.
And other than that, we have nothing booked. We're just going to go up Norway, up the coast of Norway, basically, fields and all of that kind of thing. And then back probably through Sweden and back into Denmark.
Probably go over the mountains, won't we?
We will do.
Down the other side of Sweden, down the coastal part of Sweden probably as well, won't we?
So the only thing we have booked once we get into Norway is Jill's running a marathon. Mad.
I think I am, to be honest.
So you're doing the...
I'm doing the Arctic Run Marathon on the 8th of June, which is in the Arctic Circle in the Lofoten Islands in Norway, which apparently you run around the edge of the island, and they tell me it's quite flat. I do hope they're right, because I'm not that good with hills. Despite living in Cornwall, I should be better with hills, but I'm not. So that's on the 8th of June. So we've booked the night before and the night of the marathon itself, haven't we, to stay there?
We have.
And then we'll just see after that where we want to go and what we want to do.
So basically, to prepare, we've been reading lots of information about what we need to do. And one of the things you can do is get a tag and a pass that apparently gets you 50% off all the ferries. Now, obviously, being so many fields and everything else, there are going to be quite a few ferries. Yeah. So we thought, that sounds like a great idea. So Jill applied for one of these tags.
Beginning of February time?
Yep. And it said it would take 3 weeks. It didn't arrive. And you then emailed.
I emailed them and they said, we're having a bit of a problem with the post, it'll be on its way.
And it still didn't arrive.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks ago, it still hadn't arrived. And I said, why don't we just apply for another one with a different company? So these tags are very bizarre. Although it's a national thing, you can get the tags from...
5 or 6 different companies.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't understand it. Presumably, if you're Norwegian, you do understand what it's all about, but we don't. So I said, well, let's apply for a different company.
So this time we applied in Roger's name, not my name.
So this was 3 weeks ago. and it took about a week to arrive.
It did,
And we
yep.
thought, excellent, okay, so we had our tag. The next thing you then have to do is to have an agreement with
So
the
you
tag
have to set
company.
up an account, don't you, with them?
And it comes up and says, okay, to set up that agreement, you actually need to put in your telephone number, and they will then send you a text. So you put in +44, and that's one of the options, and then your phone number, and it said, sorry, we're not allowed to do that, or we haven't got the ability to do a UK number. So we thought, okay, fair enough. I then emailed them and said, we're trying to do this, we're trying to actually set up a contract with you. And very helpful lady at the other end came back straight away and said, that's fine, I can actually set up one of these for you. What you do need to do is to pay 2,000 Norwegian kroner.
It's about £160, isn't
Yeah,
it? So not a
something
lot.
like that. No, to put on the card to begin with, so that when you cross the bridges and everything else, the ferries, then you basically get your 50% off. And so she set up the account for us, sent us an invoice, we then paid, and looked on the account a couple of days ago, and we've got our 2,000
It's all ready to go, isn't it?
sitting there. So hopefully we will be able to save money. We will see how it works. I have no idea.
It says they invoice you every month, but presumably you can look on your account at any point in time. I don't
Yes.
think it's a paper invoice. I'm assuming it's an
Email.
electronic invoice or an email or something.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you can log into your account any time to see how much money you've got. And
I really, having read so much about it, it's all seems to be...
it does say if you don't use it or if you leave Norway, you can then get your money back. So at the end, if we haven't spent the money, we'll just get the money
Yeah,
back. That'll
and
be
the
fine.
tag itself was free anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why we thought we might as well go for another one. And we have the tag sitting
Waiting to be used.
in the front of Henry, and we put it where they suggested we put it. So watch this space. We will tell you whether the tag has worked or not.
Absolutely.
So yes, we're getting very excited. It's Thursday today. We are off on Monday morning.
Monday morning, can't wait. You've got 2 more days of work, haven't you?
I have 2 more days at work.
And we've got a few more days to just try and get the house ready for the people who are going to be living in it when we're not there.
Exactly. And then essentially, as I say, we're away for 85 days. We're then back for about 5 days. We're going to Yorkshire. Then we're back for another 5 days, and we're going to go the plan is to go to Morocco for 2 months in the Land Rover.
Yeah, put the tent back on the roof and
Indeed.
go off in the landy.
Yeah, so lots of plans over the next 6 months. So, yeah, exciting times.
Exactly, as you say, watch this space. So we've arrived at our campsite just near the Channel Tunnel. We got here about 4:10. Filled up with diesel just before we got here, didn't we?
We did indeed.
And then when we got here, I decided to go for a run. So I got changed and I said to Roger, well, perhaps you can get some water when I go for a run. I got back and Roger was looking very grumpy. And
As
he said
always.
he couldn't put any water in. I thought, what is he talking about? So we went round there and basically it appears that something has been altered in the bottom of the water tank and no water will stay in the water tank at all. Like not even a drop.
So we tried all the winter bits and pieces, and as Jill says, nothing happened. Actually, I asked one of our neighbours who's also got a Decatur, and he said, have you tried under there? So we tried under there, and yeah, it looks like when Highbridge actually did their habitation check, they screwed something up.
So we are livid about that.
Absolutely. So basically,
We can't put any water in the van at all.
So we're catching the tunnel at 6 tomorrow morning. So we're
it's now 5 to 7, so we can't get hold of anybody tonight.
and we're then catching the ferry the day after.
Yep.
So unless we cancel both of those, we don't have much choice but to go to Norway and hope somebody in Norway can fix this.
We found a Hymer dealer in Norway. I don't know if they do repairs or not, but
I would imagine so. They're a Hymer dealer.
But
they must
let's
do
hope
most
so.
things. But what it
who alone knows how much that's going to cost us?
And what it also means is that tomorrow night we can't stay in the van because we've got no loo, we've got no water at all,
Yep.
and we won't be able to stay in the van the next
Wednesday
night
night
either. So, yeah, bit of a disaster, and we haven't even left the UK yet. So,
Yeah, not very happy at all. But hey ho, these things happen. It will be fine. Yeah, it'll be okay.
It will.
It's blooming annoying though, that's for sure.
we will phone up Highbridge when we're in France tomorrow,
Yeah, we
and
will.
just to say, what's going on? What have you done? Is there anything you can do
Yeah.
from a distance? Is there anything we can do?
And if not, then you're going to pay for the bill that the Norwegian Hymer dealer gives us.
Exactly, because at the moment, we've had a look. There's nothing we can do.
No. No, we've
nothing
looked inside the
obvious.
water tank and we can see the bit that's going up and down, but and you just screw it round and round and round and nothing's happening at all.
No.
So that is just really, really annoying.
Yeah.
But there you go. These things are sent to try us and our wallets as well. But there you go. There's
Exactly.
not a lot we can do about it, is there? So
Exactly. So,
onwards and upwards is what we say.
Yep. So not that impressed at all with our
Not
bridge
not
at
the
moment.
best start for our holiday either. But hey ho, we're still smiling, we're still laughing. So
I'm not. Well, there you go. There you go. we will keep you informed. See what happens.
yep. Let's see if I've killed him or not because he's too grumpy.
Or I've just run in front of the van and just
It's not that bad. It's
jumped
okay.
off Pulpit Rock.
It's okay. Oh dear.
Yep. So watch this space.
We'll let you know. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and send us a comment.